So I've been in the market for a new point and shoot. I've been using the Canon Autoboy a lot recently, and before that I used the Kyocera T-Proof. And when I was going through YouTube, I was looking for videos on this bad boy, the Contax T3. And I couldn't really find too many videos about it. There were a lot of informational videos, but nobody really like going in depth on what I wanted to learn about it. There are a couple good ones, but I thought, let me go ahead and make a video for you guys because I just got this camera and I'm just totally in love with it, and it is going to be my everyday shooter. So today I'm going to talk about and we're going to shoot together the Contax T3. I've already loaded it up with Superior 400 extra film, and we're just going to go take a look around and I'll show you guys how this actually performs. I'm really excited to show you guys this camera. Read a lot about it. I used to have a Contax T2, and the Contax T3, the reason why I didn't buy it for so long was the price point. In eBay, it's like anywhere between $1,800 to $2,500 for a good one. So I actually went and go ahead and got this camera in Japan at a local camera shop in Yokohama for about 1,500 bucks. It is been about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks since I've started using it. I've shot about 4 rolls. And I'm really happy with it. So the Contax T3 obviously has a Carl Zeiss lens. I'm not gonna get too specific with all of it. I'm just kind of give you guys what I wish I had gotten before I'd actually bought it. So it comes with a Carl Zeiss lens. Those are usually denoted with a T star, little in red. And then it's a 28mm lens, so it's not a 35, it's actually a little bit wider. And so you can notice that in the shots that you take. It's got a lot of custom features, but today I'm just gonna shoot in automatic because that's what it's made for. The model I got has a data back, so you can actually implant your date on your photos. I'm not a big fan of that, but it just came with that, and it's usually a little bit extra. Let's go ahead and let's take some shots today. So right off the bat, the thing that you'll notice is that when you actually take your photo, it's not too loud, but there is a noticeable little like rotating of the spool. So it's not completely silent, but it's not bad. Definitely you won't notice it if you're walking by. So actually just turn on the camera. There's a little turnstile right here. You just turn that to P, priority, and that's the automatic function here. And that's all I basically use. That's the great thing about the camera. It fits right in your pocket, super easy. You don't have to worry about it. It's really light too, so. The problem with it being so light though is it seems super fragile. It's made of titanium, but you know, sometimes I gotta make sure I have the strap on, because if I drop this thing, you know, that's too much money down the drain, but you know, it is what it is. One of the main reasons why I would really recommend this camera if you are really into 35mm photography, or you're just trying to get into more out of the beginner level 35mm cameras, is that the depth of field is incredible on this. I liken it to when I take photos with my DSLR, my Sigma 35 1.4. The bokeh you get and just the depth of field you get with these shots is incredible, unlike anything I've ever seen. And not only that, but the pixel density of the shots that you get back from like scanning your film, they're really nice. You can blow them up very nicely. Obviously if you have your own scanner, you can do that already, but just the ones that I get locally done in my local shop, fantastic quality, and so I really like these. Another good thing this camera it does well with is the contrast and the high definition range. So what you can't really mimic in DSLRs is the amount of data it gets in the shadows, but also retaining the highlights is just incredible. I'm gonna take 2 just to show you the fill flash of the camera. So the second one here, I'll turn on the flash. So all in all, the question is the Contax T3 worth the hype? Is it worth 2 Contax T2s? And to be honest, if you're looking for a really high-end, professional, great build, and just like the perfect shot, from a point and shoot camera, then yes, I would say it's worth it. It's definitely on the steep side. It's almost twice as much, or sometimes almost 3 times as much as a Contax T2. I've owned the T2, and it takes great photos, don't get me wrong, but there's something about the T3 that just kind of changed the game for me. And I definitely am going to take this and this is going to be my everyday shooter. It's not only the picture quality that's so good about it, but it's the portability. Fits in my pocket really small. It's not heavy, it's really light. The shots, they're really quiet. As like a street shooter, this is the perfect thing. So obviously the price point is really tough. I got mine for about $1,500, but they range anywhere up to like 20, 22. But besides that, if you're shooting a lot of film, and I'm talking maybe 2-3 rolls a week, then you're gonna want high quality shots, and I would recommend this. If you're only shooting film every now and then as a hobbyist, and maybe like when you go out with your friends or whatnot, I would recommend getting a cheaper point and shoot, to be honest. The Olympus Muse is really good, or even the Yashica T4. Those are also a little bit higher end on the scale, but still pretty reasonable, between $200 and $300. And so those are probably what I'd recommend. But if you're looking for the next level, the top of the top, in my opinion, I would definitely recommend this bad boy. Make sure to stay tuned to my Instagram to see more shots from this. Big shout out to my friend Peace and Kawaguchi. Link their channels below, especially Peace, a lot of the editing. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video.